Hyperbole is a thing on the internet, so I'm sure you're used to hearing people complain about why something is the worst thing ever, but when it comes to the Lego Movie, it actually is the worst thing ever. This is, without exaggeration, one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen. It's not a movie, it's a 90-minute commercial that tricks you into thinking you're watching a movie. I know I'm not the first person to point this out, but what you may not have realized is just how manipulative it really is.
That idea is just the worst.
Let's start with a basic overview of the plot for those of you who are lucky enough not to have seen it. The Lego Movie focuses on an ordinary Lego man named Emmett who discovers a MacGuffin object called the Piece of Resistance. It's the one thing that can stop the film's main villain, Lord Business, from gluing the entire Lego world together, and in order to stop him, Emmett embarks on a quest filled with heroism and danger, meeting all kinds of licensed characters along the way. It's a pretty straightforward adventure story, one that's been told 1,000 times before, but it does get a little original near the end. You realize that the whole thing is really a fantasy being acted out by a young boy in a Lego-filled basement. He just wants to play with the toys and unleash his creativity, but his father, the personification of the main villain, wants to make everything conform by gluing all the pieces together. Eventually, he convinces his dad not to be such a jerk, and there's a happy ending.
We gotta hug her.
Here's what makes the Lego Movie so manipulative. The overall message is that getting in touch with and unleashing your inner creativity is what makes you a special and interesting person. So far so good, but the problem is that the film convinces its audience, both young and old, into thinking that Lego is the way to do it.
And you are capable of amazing things. Because you are the special.
Buying the same plastic crap as everyone else will make you special. This is the ultimate irony. The way to stop yourself from being a mindless consumer is to be a mindless consumer. Like a commercial, the Lego Movie purposefully sets up its product as something that will help you realize your dreams. The opening scenes are filled with an anti-conformist message for the same reason. We see the Lego world filled with mindless automatons happily going about their daily lives, drinking overpriced lattes, singing horrible pop songs, and watching mindless entertainment, and we're meant to laugh at them for being so stupid. This helps deflect the criticism away from ourselves because it's harder to realize that you're being a mindless idiot if you're busy laughing at mindless idiots. You shouldn't be like one of these sheep. You should be your own person and do your own thing, and the way to do it is with Lego.
With proper training, you could become a great master builder.
I could?
Karl Marx used to talk about something called commodity fetishism, which is basically the idea that in a consumer society, individuals define themselves by the commodities that they purchase. When you buy something, you're not just buying an object, you're buying all of the ideological baggage behind it. Simply put, you're buying the idea of the product, not just the product itself. For example, a person who walks into Starbucks isn't just looking for an overpriced latte. What they really want is to be seen walking down the street with the Starbucks cup and logo in their hand because advertising has conditioned them to think that it will make them an intelligent, sophisticated cosmopolitan. Apple is the most valuable company in the world right now, not because it makes the best gadgets, but because its gadgets are supposed to say something about the person who uses them, that they're young and hip and think different. This is all completely applicable to Lego. The company wants people to think that buying Lego will make you, and more importantly make other people, think that you're an intelligent and creative person. You buy Lego because you're special. The Lego Movie exists solely for the purpose of reinforcing this marketing idea. I think you can sum all this up with the film's song, Everything is Awesome. The chorus, which like all commercial jingles is mimetically designed to stick in your head, ends with the lyrics, Everything is awesome when you're living our dream. Notice that everything isn't awesome when you're living your dream. You have to be living Lego's dream. Advertising isn't necessarily a bad thing and Lego isn't a bad company, but it's frustrating that most people don't see what they're doing. It really does shock me that so many viewers think this movie is a celebration of individualism. It exploits the desire for individualism in order to sell you a product. That's all. Yes, there are a few funny moments and the animation is pretty cool, but that's not anything that you don't get from any well-produced commercial. And no, this film didn't start out as an advertising idea that was then turned into something special by talented filmmakers. There isn't a single shred of genuine emotion or feeling in it. Everything is designed to manipulate you and pull on your heartstrings so that it can better sell you. The Lego Movie is the perfect example of everything that's wrong in our consumer society. It's loud, obnoxious, and filled with advertisements, and instead of getting mad about it, we're asking for more.
Oh, you're really letting the oxygen out of my tank here.
I'm often accused of being a snob, but if a snob is what it takes to see through all this, then I'm happy to be one.